Good afternoon, everyone. My apologies for my lateness. I'd like to call the meeting to order for the School Bond Advisory Board and just quickly go around and quickly introduce ourselves to our guests that are here today. I will start with myself, and then we'll go from this way. My name is Jessica Martinez-Brooks, and I'm the Vice Chair for the School Bond Advisory Board.
Reggie Johnson, local banker here in Oklahoma City.
Pete White, attorney.
David Todd, MAPS Program Manager.
Justin Ellis.
Good. Okay, item 2 on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 8th, 2017 School Bond Advisory Board special meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion's approved. All those in favor, if you could flip your switch. Okay, motion passes. And I'm sorry. Okay, in respect of everyone's time, I know some of our members have to leave. We'll move on to item 4, which is recommend Independent School District number 89 approve the purchases of wireless access points utilizing 2016 school bond issue funds in the amount of $143,731.44. Motion passes. Do we need to go to item 3 now?
5.
Item 5. Item 5 is the adoption of the resolution establishing policies and procedures for ratification and reimbursement of emergency expenditures for the 2016 bond proceeds and encouraging the school board to adopt Oklahoma City annual contracts. I know we've discussed this on previous issues, so David, do you want to talk a little bit more about this?
I do. I need to tell you that we have in front of you, it's been passed out, a revised version, and on page 3, item or line 5 there, it's been changed through discussions with MAP's office and school board staff that the contracts are made with Oklahoma City or Oklahoma City Public Schools annual contracts. So that is the change that has been made from what you saw last month and what was in your packet when it was sent out. As you said, this is the agreement that we talked about at the last meeting. Scott Randall and I have gotten together, and that was one of the things that came out of our discussions. So I'll be glad to answer any other questions that you might have.
Okay, got a motion and a seconded. Any further discussion? I do have one quick, it's for the City of Oklahoma City and Oklahoma City Public Schools annual contracts. So either ones that you all have. Okay, and then I think we talked about moving this to the actual school board for approval and ratification, and they were good, and they have voted on this.
They have not voted on it. They saw it and they discussed it.
They discussed it. Okay, that's all I need to know. All right. Okay, we have a motion and a second on the table. If we could vote, please. Motion passes. Okay. Now we want to go to item 3 on the agenda, which is to recommend Independent School District number 89 accept I-89 2007 School Bond Issue Project S70008A, gymnasiums at Britton, Thelma Parks, Willowbrook Elementary Schools, and place the maintenance bond into effect. David?
Yes, ma'am. We're very proud of this project that's been completed, and today we have Richard Cavan here from Cavan Design Group to give you a presentation to show you how the project ended up. So we'd like to invite him up.
Good afternoon. I appreciate the opportunity to show you 3 of the finished gymnasiums that we've been working on for the last several years. Our first gymnasium is the Britton Elementary Gymnasium, and the actually, it's the total of all of our projects. And the contract amount was $6,442. We had a change order for $19,885.80, which was 0.3% above the original contract price. And then we had a second change order for $73,055.27, which was 1.13% above the original contract. And then with the two change orders, our total increase was just over 1%, 1.44, with a final contract amount of $6,534,941.07. The first school I want to show you is Britton Elementary. This is a preliminary sketch that we prepared at the very beginning of the project as we were developing our design. Some of the things that were important to us on this project was access to the building, the parking that would be convenient to the gymnasium, the topography of the site, which was rather flat, the impact that the building would have on the site, the after-hour activities, and we felt like it was good to locate the gymnasium near the existing cafeteria, and then the utilities that were in the area that we had to deal with. I think you can see pretty well where we are. The dark or the brown roof was the original building that was built on the site. The light gray was the addition that was built about 10 years ago. And then our addition is a gold with a kind of aqua and purple color. And then our parking lot is to the right of that. This is the interior concept that we had for the gymnasium using colors. Some of the colors were in the addition. We used those and then added one more to give us a three-color effect. The gold panels you see on the ceiling are for acoustics. We tried to develop a sign that had a lot of energy. And in here, we had their logo, which is bisons. This is the three photographs of the existing building, so you can see that we're able to maintain the original design rather easily. The two bottom photographs show the southeast corner of the building. It would be like looking out of the cafeteria windows. And then the top photo is the northeast corner of the new building. This is a photograph on the left is the corridor where the students enter. Restrooms and offices are on the left side of that corridor. This is a typical restroom arrangement with the ceramic tile and the molded lavatories. And on the right is an interior again of the existing building, which is quite similar to what our early designs were. This is the Thelma Parks Elementary School. We decided to liven the building considerably. It's a fairly neutral building currently, And so we introduced some colors that we not only used on the outside but also on the inside. And this is an early sketch of how that would be arranged. This particular site was also a challenge because of topography, because there's a significant drop on the very north side of our addition. And we had to maintain 30 feet between the addition and the existing building, where we have a playground for the lower grades. So access to the building and parking were important, the use of the building after hours, and maintaining the pre-K playground. This is a concept of what we planned for the interior to look like. And we took their mascot and used that design on the wall. Actually, we developed that design. And again, we see the same colors that were on the outside of the building. These are renderings, they're not photos. Then this is the building as it is completed. You're on the bottom left, you're looking at the building from the northwest. In the center photo, you're looking from the end of the gymnasium at the very end of that area is the playground. And then the next photo is looking from the northeast. And you can begin to see the fall of the grade on that side of the building. This is interior images. We have the restroom there in the first, and then we have our corridor looking from the entry doors through to the gym. The restrooms are on the left, the multipurpose room and the office are on the right, and then we have an interior photo there of that wolf again. This is early renderings of our design. We were picking up the two different colors of brick that were utilized in the classroom addition when that was built. The issues we needed to be concerned about was access to that gymnasium, both during the day and in after hours time, parking, and the playground. At this particular site, their playground equipment was dangerous, and we completely replaced it with new equipment. To the right, you see a couple of the existing photos of the building. The bottom one is the new entry that was added in the previous edition, and then up above that is a photo of classrooms that are adjacent to where the gymnasium is built. This was our concept for the interior. We used a green and red and gray tricone, which are some of the colors that are utilized in the existing building, both in the addition and renovation. And we have here the exterior photograph of the building. The one to the right is looking at the gymnasium from the southeast. The asphalt that you see in the bottom of the image is a playground area we added. And then the bottom left is the playground equipment that was added in this project. And then the next photo up is looking at the building from the northeast. In our interior photographs, You can see the lavatories that we've used, and we introduced the same colors in there that we've used on the interior of the existing building. The right picture is standing at the gym and looking back towards the entry doors that are on the south side of the gymnasium. Do you have any questions?
I have a quick question. On the change orders that were mentioned in the very first, was that anything having to do with the district wanting to add anything, or what were those in regards to?
They were a combination of things. Some were things that the district added. Some were some design changes. So there was a variety of things.
Does anyone have any other additional questions?
I do, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I actually had a little bit to do with these back in my previous position before here. And I want to say thank you for coming back and owning this with us and with the district. Not too often do we get to have contractors come back and say, this is what we did. And to be honest with you, the 1.44% is, you never like to see to go over budget, but it's a whole lot better than what we've seen some other contractors do. But I'd like to say thanks for coming back and owning it with us and showing your final, the final gymnasiums that are very close to the actual concept going into it. So I'd like to say thanks.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity to work on this project. It's actually the last project that I'm going to work on. I graduated from OU in 1970, and next month I'll be 70, and I think that's a sign maybe that I ought to take a rest and travel a little bit. I have a son that's an architect, and if he needs any interference, I might help him some, but I'm looking forward to that. And being able to work on the school projects has been a really exciting thing, especially working with staff and the excitement that they have. And it's fun to excite them, and it's also fun to hear them say things like, I enjoy coming to work every day. Walking into this building makes me feel good. And the last elementary school that I worked on was the Spencer Elementary School. I submitted it to the American School and University magazine for a prize under the renovation category. If you're familiar with that project, we included an Art Deco sandstone building with a 50s ranch style school, and then made an addition and changed it up. There were 11 projects across the country that were awarded a prize recognized in that category. And this went from pre-K through college, and there was only one elementary school recognized, and that was Spencer Elementary. So I appreciate the opportunity to work on that and many other projects, and wish you continued success in the work that's going on.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate it. And congratulations on your retirement and your wonderful accomplishments that you've done for Oklahoma City Public. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I need to vote on? Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got a first and a second. If we could vote, please. Okay. Motion passes. Item number 6, comments by board, staff, citizens. None? Okay. And I need a motion to adjourn. Second? Second? All right. We're good. Thank you all so much.